Hi, my name is Jamison Smallwood, and this is how I cook. I want to share with you a three-part series that I'm putting together on how to make pizza at home. And the first part of the series, we're going to start with making our very own pizza sauce. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, here are our ingredients. This is a 28-ounce can of San Marzano tomatoes that I put into my measuring glass. You can see these tomatoes have a beautiful color. They also come in a nice puree. This is going to be a great start for our pizza sauce. We have a tablespoon of dry oregano flakes. We have a tablespoon of dry basil. We have half a tablespoon of red pepper flake. This is to taste. If you don't want any spice or you don't want your pizza sauce too spicy, don't put the red pepper flake in there. If you want a little bit of spice, put a little bit. You want more, put more. It's totally up to you and it's your taste. We've got half a tablespoon of garlic powder. We have some salt, and then we have some accent. Accent is MSG, so it's essentially a salt as well. So if you're salt sensitive, then obviously with the salt and the accent, you want to reduce it. You don't need the accent, but that's my secret ingredient for when I cook a lot of different things. I put it in there as a flavor enhancer, and it does a wonderful job making my food taste better. Also, just for taste, I've got some black pepper I'm going to grind fresh and put into the sauce as well. And here's an optional ingredient that I wanted to tell you about. Oftentimes when you go to a lot of higher end pizza places, they will have olive oil that they drizzle over the top of the pizza. Some places actually put the olive oil in the actual sauce for the pizza. You can do this if you want to. You can put in about for this many tomatoes, 2 tablespoons would be fine. 3 tablespoons would be fine. It's really up to you how much you want to put in there, but I would start with probably 2 if you want to put that in there. I'm not going to put this in my sauce because I put a lot of oil in the actual dough, and then you can always drizzle this and leave this out for dipping and other things. But I just wanted to tell you about it in case you wanted to experiment a little bit and have some fun. You can put a little olive oil in your sauce. So now what we need to do is combine our ingredients. And what I'm going to do ultimately is I'm going to use my stick blender to bring all of these ingredients together to form a beautifully textured sauce that we're going to use for our pizza. So I'm going to start here with the garlic powder. Once again, half a tablespoon of garlic powder. We're going to use the red pepper flake, half a tablespoon. We're going to use the basil. That's half a tablespoon of, that's a full tablespoon of basil. Full tablespoon of dried oregano. And here with the salt, I've done this a few times. You want to just kind of sprinkle this in. That's the perfect amount. And I'm going to use my accent here as well. Just a pinch. We don't need a lot. And then lastly, what I want to do here is bring in my dried pepper, my ground pepper. And we're going to put that together here. All right, guys, we're in the final step here. We've added our dry ingredients to our San Marzano tomatoes, and now we've got to bring it all together and make our sauce. So I'm going to show you how I do this using my stick blender. And if you don't have a stick blender at home, that's fine. You can use a food processor. You can use an actual blender, but just want to pulse it. You don't want to tear your tomatoes and make a juice. You want to make a sauce, so you just want to pulse your tomatoes, even with the food processor. Or you can do this with your hands and then just get a spoon and stir all the spices and the dry ingredients together. But I'm going to use my stick blender. This is my Cuisinart stick blender, and I'm going to just show you guys how easy this is. These are great for making sauces, making soups. I use this for making all types of salad dressings and stuff like that. So this is gonna be perfect for actually making our tomato sauce for the pizza. So we take the stick blender and we want to submerge it into the sauce, the tomatoes and the spice mixture here. What I like to do is try to find a tomato that I want to kind of puree. I want to try to find all the tomatoes, and you'll see me here. I've got my blender on high and I'm just gonna pulse. You'll hear it, just gonna pulse. And then I find another tomato, pulse. Another one, pulse. Another one, pulse. Another one. And then what you're trying to do is you're just trying to get the ingredients incorporated together. And I won't even stir it here without it being on. And then you find any chunks in there, and then you just pulse. And then lastly, what you want to do is once you think you've got all the tomatoes, the whole tomatoes turned into this is about the texture where I want it to be. And then lastly, what I'll do is I'll turn this down to low and just kind of pulse it around to make sure all my spices and ingredients have incorporated. And I like to hit it on the bottom one time real good, because the salt has a tendency to settle to the bottom as well as the spice mixture. And that, my friends, is what we're going for. We want you to see the texture, see the chunkiness there, see how that works, see how nice that is, nice and red that is. That is a beautiful sauce. All right, guys, so we have made our beautiful pizza sauce. And you can see here, I like this sort of texture. It's not a juice, and it's got a little bit of texture to it, but it's not chunky either, right? It's right in between. And I just take my spoon here and kind of give it one last stir. And then these flavors in here will concentrate. So if you taste it, you taste the sauce, it shouldn't be too salty. It shouldn't be too spicy, because the flavors are going to concentrate. It should be almost a little bland. But yeah, this is our sauce here. This is what our final product looks like. All right, guys, so that's our pizza sauce. And as you can see, it's a very easy process to make your own pizza sauce from scratch. And guess what? Every ingredient in this sauce can be used for a pasta sauce as well. So if you got this left over and you want to make some really good spaghetti, you want to make some good pasta at home, just use this sauce. All I would do is probably cook it and thicken it up a little bit, but then you got your sauce. Now, one of the things about this sauce, when you taste it here at this point, because we haven't cooked it on anything, it should taste seasoned in terms of the spices, but it should be almost a little bland. You should be like, it's kind of missing something. That's perfect. If it's missing something when you taste it, then you know, hey, it's gonna be perfect when I bake it. Because what happens is all those flavors will concentrate. Your toppings from your pizza will also help season this. Additionally, when it's on top of the pizza, you don't want to do anything extra to this at this point. I'm gonna give it a taste just to make sure I don't need anything else in there, and we're gonna go from there. Perfect, perfect. Up front, you taste all the spices, you taste all the seasonings that we've put in there, but then on the very back end, you get kind of a bland finish. That's exactly where you want this sauce to be. If you follow those ingredients the way I laid them out for you, very simple sauce and easy sauce to make, and you're gonna have a great pizza when we're finished. This video is the first video in a 3-part series of how to make pizza at home from scratch. Our next video is going to be how to make pizza dough from scratch. You want to make sure that you're subscribed. You want to make sure that you turn on notifications. I'm Jamison, and this is how I cook.